Good afternoon to everybody. We'd like to thank David Free for sponsoring the short YouTube message on Parsha Shavuot, Le'ilui Nishmat, his mother, the Yotzat of his mother, Malka Bat Yehuda Lev Halevi Zichron Bracha, and Yiratzon that Neshama should have an Aliyah Began Eden, amongst other things, in the schut of the Devar Torah and the donation for the Devar Torah. The Parsha starts off with an instruction of to Aharon HaKohen how he has to light the menorah in the Beit HaMikdash. All the Mefarshim speak about what it's doing at this point in time. It's not in this proper place, and that's not what we want to speak about. We want to speak about the reaction to this tzivui. It says that Aharon, when he is told to light the candles, the lamp in the menorah, that's what he does. And he does it in such a way that he doesn't exactly like Hashem told him. And as a result, the Torah emphasizes Kashetzi Hashem. Rashi says, what is it trying to say? It's trying to indicate that he didn't deviate in any of the details when he lit the menorah. And everyone asks on this Rashi and what the Torah is telling him, why would we think that he should deviate? I mean, what's the thing that he's told to light the menorah? And why is the Torah complimenting him for doing exactly as he was told, and not adding or deviating in any way from the original instruction? I mean, isn't this something which is straightforward, especially of a person of the caliber of Aharon HaKohen? This is a famous question that everyone asks on this opening psukim and on Rashi. So there's, Rabbi Volber, Zichrono Livracha, Tzadik Livracha, he always used to say that when one wants to appreciate something, or one's got sometimes difficulty in a perush. So the one way sometimes life gives you is the best perush that you can have. You've got a problem with understanding or analyzing a certain text or analyzing something what Torah says. So sometimes the solution is that if you just look at life, you understand then what the pasuk is trying to say. So in years bygone, I explained this Rashi that on the basis of what happened at the swearing in of President Obama, that the judge, he was so excited that the first time there's a black president. So the judge who is responsible for reading out and prompting the oath which Obama is supposed to give. So what he did was, the Supreme Court judge, what he did was he got confused. So that's exactly, staring right in front of us is exactly a classical example of what the Torah is trying to say. Sometimes the occasion is so auspicious, it's so overwhelming that even the greatest of people, it causes a certain confusion. They stutter, they're not so sure. And that is the compliment of Aharon HaKohen. Aharon HaKohen at this moment, when for the first time, after Yetziat Mitzrayim, one of the greatest days in which now there's a Mishkan and the Shekhinah comes and he lights the menorah. So we might have thought that, because of the overwhelming and the grandeur and the greatness of the occasion, so he might slip a little bit. He might the wick that he's holding or that he's pointing or the light that he's doing, he might tremble a little bit. So no. It's trying to say that everything that he did in such a way in which he combined enthusiasm, he combined simcha, great kavona, but at the same time he was very focused and very concentrated that in every single detail of the lighting that there shouldn't be any change. So that's the one shot that I wanted to say. But there's another way to look at this, and that is that on the basis of the Vilna Gaon. The Vilna Gaon says is that what what Aharon has been complimented on is not on the observance of the details of the mitzvah. In other words, that he lit it in a certain way, and then he stood on a certain pedestal, and then he fixed the wicks, etc. We're not speaking about the actions. We're speaking about the attitude. We're speaking when the Torah compliments Aharon HaKohen, that he didn't deviate, and that he didn't in any way change anything. We're speaking about his attitude, not over what he did. And what is this attitude that that's what the Behaalotecha says. Now, what I'm adding now an explanation of the Tishbi, who also going along with the approach of the Behaalotecha, that he speaks about what is the great attitude that Aharon had. Now, the lighting of the candles, of the menorah, is actually divided up into, there's two sections. In the morning, what Aharon did was that he would, well, let's start like this. In the afternoon, that's when he lit the menorah. But what in the morning, before he lit the menorah, right, the next day, he would take the lamps. According to the Gemara, according to one opinion, the lamps were detachable. So he would take the lamps from the menorah, he would clean them from all the soot in it, he would take out the wicks, he would take out and clean the cup that with all the remaining oil. After that, after he cleaned everything, so then he would add a new amount of oil and new wicks, and then that he did all in the morning. And then in the afternoon, what he would do is he would light it. So the Tishbi says that what is complimented is like this, that when he did these two parts of the mitzvah, to prepare the lamp, and then afterwards to light it, he didn't like frown to himself inside. He didn't think, oh, you know what, Mela, to light the menorah and to make a light, wow, that is really like wonderful. What is this that I have to do in the morning? Like I'm a dustbin cleaner, God forbid. Is this what I have to do? I have to sit and clean over here the lamps like a laundry, like a commoner. What is that like so much important? Why can't like another Kohen do it or someone else do it, and I'll do the lighting? And that's the attitude that he's been complimented on. He's complimented on that even this menial task of cleaning the lamps, he saw it as part of the great preparation to do a mitzvah. Many times when we do the mitzvah, we want like all the parts which are like glorious, the parts which are like very important, and we sort of look down on the parts which are not so important. So I just want to use this opportunity. It's always a good way to fulfill the mitzvah, Aharon Kamocha, which the Rambam explains is that we should compliment people when it's due. We should praise people. So I want to, in that vein, just say that, there was a person who was part of the shul. His name was Harry Aluf. He would every single Erev Rosh Hashanah or before Rosh Hashanah, he would take all the silver in the ark and in the shul, and he would shine it. And also after he left, so Shlomo Garber also then took upon himself, also volunteered, no one asked him anything. That's what he took upon himself. He took upon himself that all the silver that there is upstairs, downstairs, the yard, the Ktarim of the Shulchan Aruch, of the Torah, he would go and shine. So this is the point. The point is that sometimes that to do a bit of cleaning, to do a bit of shining, to fix up the wicks, that when it's part of the mitzvah, Aharon said, "Whoa, I'm so privileged that even this part of fulfilling the mitzvah, this is what Hashem wanted me to do." He didn't frown upon it. He embraced it with great simcha, and that is what he's being complimented at. So, in short, what we're saying is that Aharon lit the menorah. He's complimented that he didn't deviate. According to the first explanation, he didn't. We are praising him in his actions. He didn't fumble, even though it was a very auspicious occasion. And in the second explanation, or the second approach, the Torah is praising him because he didn't change his attitude, but his attitude was like one of simcha, at doing something even which was menial, because it came from Hashem. Shabbat shalom to everyone.